Do guinea pigs need chew toys? Hey, Scott here, Scotty's Animals. I'm a volunteer at the Nate! He sees me push and play, and he says, oh, I'm gonna go make some noise with the water bottle. He has an undying thirst for knowledge, and I hope you guys do too. I'm Scott. I'm a volunteer at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and I've been volunteering there for a number of years, and people come in all the time and they want to know about chew toys. They want to know if this is safe, is that is safe, what kind of chew toys they should have for their cages. So let's set the record straight. Let's dispel any myths and let's really break it down. What do guinea pigs need? Do they need chew toys? First of all, let's talk about wood. Pine wood is safe for guinea pigs. The kind of wooden houses that you see, the unpainted, untreated wood, that is safe for your piggies to chew on. Someone messaged me saying, oh, I heard that pine wasn't safe for them. Well, for bedding, you want kiln-dried pine. Aspen is okay. You never want cedar. But guinea pigs aren't going to really chew on the bedding. And you never want them to be on those wooden pellets. That's just going to hurt their feet. It's not soft. I've got a guinea pig care guide where I talk about the different types of bedding that we recommend at the rescue. But basically, we recommend kiln-dried pine or fleece. But when we're talking about wood that they can chew on, there's a number of woods that are safe for them to chew on that their house might be made out of. But you don't really want them to be constantly chewing on it. And if they feel that constant need to chew on their house, then there may be something wrong. So you definitely don't need those little wooden chew toys that look like maybe there's a little carrot, or various vegetable shapes, or there's just different color blocks of wood. You don't need those. Don't fall for it. Don't buy them. I do have a video I'll put here. It's called Guinea Pig Toys, and it's all about the different kinds of toys that I recommend and the ones that you should not waste your money on, that you should stay away from. So check that video out. Check out my free guinea pig care guide, because you want to go to the diet section and check out what is good for them. So do guinea pigs need chew toys? No, not really. But what does that mean? Do they need to chew constantly? Yes. Guinea pigs, like all rodents that I know of, their teeth are constantly growing. If you know of a rodent that doesn't have constantly growing teeth, put it in the comments. I'd love to read. I'd love to learn about that, because even though this is a guinea pig channel, I love all animals, and I really would be curious to know what kind of rodents out there don't have teeth that constantly grow. But from what I know, guinea pigs and most rodents, their teeth constantly grow. But guinea pigs specifically, they need something to chew on to keep their teeth short and to keep their high metabolisms and their overactive bellies constantly churning. And there's one magical ingredient. You probably guessed it. It's called hay. Hay! 80% of a guinea pig's diet is hay. Timothy hay is what we recommend at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. But just to let you know, I'm super allergic to Timothy hay. And so I've talked with my vet, and I've talked to the people at Small Pet Select and a number of other places, and any kind of grass hay is totally fine for your piggies. So we're talking orchard grass hay, Bermuda grass. There's a number of different hay, oat hay. There's a number of different alternatives. And if you go to the diet section of my free guinea pig care guide on my website, you will see I list some of those alternatives. Now, Small Pet Select has a really awesome hay sampler. So they give you, I believe it's 2 different types of Timothy, first and second cut. Then they also give you oat hay and an orchard grass mix for you to try. Now, this is a special sampler mix, and it's not cheap, but I have a 15% coupon code, and if you go to my website and you scroll down to the bottom or in the diet section, you'll see that. You just click a link and it'll automatically apply 15% off of your entire order. So check that out. Hay is extremely important. It's 80% of your guinea pig's diet, and that is what is going to make their teeth grind down. It's the raw ingredients for the guinea pig poop factory. If you know guinea pigs, then you realize that they are eating and pooping machines, right? The hay goes in, the poop pellets come out, right? And that is the assembly line. So you always need to supply them with their raw ingredients, and that's 80% hay. Pellets are great and fresh veggies are great. Both of these supply your piggy with essential vitamins and minerals that they need. It's really important that they are getting 80% of their diet should be hay, because basically that's what's going to grind their teeth down. If your piggies fill up too much on pellets or fresh veggies, then they're going to be less inclined to eat the hay, and that could cause tooth issues. And if you have noticed over the years, Billy has had tooth issues a few times, and Mike has had tooth issues very recently, and that can just cause a cascade of problems. And usually you don't notice it until they're not eating their favorite foods, or they're spitting out veggies that they normally would chew, or you pick them up and you realize that they've lost a ton of weight seemingly overnight. Guinea pigs are prey animals. They hide their illness, and they don't have the ability to say to you, hey, my tooth hurts. So you always want to make sure that you're giving them hay. I like to keep my pellet bowls full, but I let them finish it and I monitor how much they're eating. But you want to make sure to encourage that they eat hay. So that reminds me about hay racks. There's all sorts of different kinds of hay racks. Some of these, first of all, never use those hay balls. They can get their head stuck in them. I've seen a ton of horror stories about that. And if you Google guinea pig head stuck in a hay ball, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's awful. So, but there are plenty of hay racks out there that they won't get stuck in necessarily, but they just don't allow for enough hay to be easily grabbed and chewed. I love the Snack Shack log. You can see it in all of my piggies' cages. It looks like I need to go and I need to fill up some hay right now after I finish this video. The Snack Shack hay log is great because, they say, oh, it's a tunnel and it's edible, but you stuff it full of hay. You have hay coming out the top like a fountain, and your piggies can chew on it from the hay from 3 directions. They can get the hay from either side and from the top. They can reach up and they can stretch their backs. And as far as I've seen, aside from just putting a big pile of hay on the floor, that's the easiest, best way for them to get hay. The problem with a big hay pile is sometimes your piggies will go into that hay pile, and I've seen a lot of eye scratches, hay pokes, and things like that because they're submerged in the hay. But with the Snack Shack log, the hay is squished in there. You can have it fountaining out at the top, but they're able to chew and eat as much of that hay as they want easily. But the hay is not just going this way and that. It's contained in the Snack Shack. So in the diet section of my guinea pig care guide, there's a link to that. If you click that link, it benefits me and the piggies, and that helps me with my effort to rescue, to foster, and to make these educational and hopefully somewhat entertaining videos for you guys. And that way, when you've got a friend who's like, "Oh, you're the guinea pig parent. You know all about guinea pigs. Tell me everything you know about guinea pigs." And you're like, I gotta go. Just send them my way. Send them to my guinea pig care guide, and then you can get back to doing whatever you're doing. And you don't have to spend all your time, taking this person through all the steps. But then they can be part of our guinea pig community as well. You don't want your piggies to be eating so much fresh veggies and so much pellets that they are full, because then they won't be eating as much hay. But fresh veggies and pellets are very important because they provide essential vitamins and nutrients and minerals that they're not going to get just from the hay alone. But that does remind me, I recommend, and the Exotic Animal Vet Center recommends, that all piggies get 50 milligrams of vitamin C every day. And there's no way to guarantee exactly how much vitamins they're getting from their pellets or from their veggies, because you can't really guarantee how much of that they're going to eat in a day. And Because vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin, what that means is you can give them more than they would need, and they will just pee out what their body won't use. So I highly recommend using Child Life liquid vitamin C. It's going to help boost their immune system. It can prevent scurvy, and it can go a long way to preventing heart disease and providing overall health and well-being for your piggies. I highly recommend it. And there's a number of videos on my care guide that explain how you dose it, and also why you should never put it in the water and things like that. So check out my guinea pig care guide for all things related to guinea pig diet. So let's just sum up. We've said hay is 80% of a guinea pig's diet. They don't need those wooden chew toys. However, chewing, look at Pipsqueak go. However, so this right here is the corner house that is designed by Saskia from the LA Guinea Pig Rescue. And some of my piggies, they like to chew on it. In the middle of the night, I'll hear so that's totally fine for them to chew on it, but obviously they're not going to eat the entire corner house. And if you have any other kind of hidey or wooden house, it's okay for them to chew on. Some piggies will chew on a plastic igloo. Now, if they're taking huge bites out of your plastic igloo and it looks like every day it seems to be getting more and more consumed, that's a problem. Maybe you can find a nice wooden house like the corner house or a number of other houses. There's a link to the corner house, just like there's a link to all the stuff that we recommended the LA Guinea Pig Rescue in my free guinea pig care guide. And like I said, if you click on that link, it really does help me and the piggies. So if you have any supplies that you're thinking about getting that you normally get, check my guinea pig care guide. And if you click that link, then you're getting something you already need, and you're helping me and the piggies in the process. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. But all that being said, what can your piggies chew on? A lot of times at the store, as part of those treats that I don't recommend, you'll see bundles of sticks and things like that. And the last time I was at the Exotic Animal Vet Center, I was talking with Dr. Camphor about the different types of sticks and stuff like that. And she actually recommended for Mike, well, first she said he needs to be eating as much hay as possible. Try to get him, when he was going through his bloat, she said he could eat anything he wants to get his stomach full and his digestion going. But the sooner we can get him focused mostly on eating hay and less veggies and less pellets, the better. But she did say, what's really great for them to chew on? It's fun and it's really helps grind their teeth down. She said citrus branches, citrus leaves, citrus branches, the wood from, well, she said, do you have any lemon trees? And I said, no, I don't. I've got some lemon sprouts that I sprouted from some lemons I found at the 99-cent store, but those things are only like this big yet. So it'll be a couple years for that. But on my trip to and from the rescue, there actually is a whole orange grove of orange trees that are just along the side of the road. They're dropping and nobody's taking care of them. And so what does that mean? That means that there's probably no pesticides being sprayed, because there's so many oranges all over the ground there. It's just like maybe if the people in the neighborhood will grab them, but it doesn't seem like they're really managed. So I went there and look at this. I was able to break off just a couple branches, and I gave some of these pieces to Mike and to Billy and to all the piggies actually, and they liked it. They really liked the leaves. So I read online, because I trust Dr. Camphor, but she says, oh, they can have citrus trees. And so I did Google it. I checked out a number of different sites that I trust, and they all agreed fruit trees are good. You don't want to use the kind of fruit trees where the fruit has pits. That's not good. But citrus trees like a lemon or an orange, those are great for the piggies. So as far as the fruits go, you want to make sure to limit the amount of oranges that they eat, or definitely stay away from the lemons. But fruit in general can be highly acidic. It can cause sores on their lips. So you really, if you're going to give them fruit of any kind, especially citrus fruit or apples, you want to really give it to them in moderation. But the branches and the leaves of the citrus trees, Dr. Camphor said that they really help to grind their teeth down. But of course, these are really just a treat. The best thing is to have good, high quality hay. And so I'm giving my boys orchard grass, but Timothy, orchard grass, Bermuda grass, all of those within the grass hay family are good. So if you want more information about guinea pig care, that includes diet, includes cage setup, bonding, taming, common illnesses, and even just some fun stuff like guinea pig crossword puzzles. I've got a vet list, I've got a rescue list, all these kinds of things. Please check out the free guinea pig care guide at my website, Scotty's Animals. So I hope you found this video insightful, educational. I hope maybe we put to rest this whole chew toy business. And remember, 80% of a guinea pig's diet should be hay because it will help grind their teeth down. Now, before I go, I just want to explain this process. When they're not eating enough hay and their teeth aren't being ground down, what can happen is their molars can overgrow, and then that causes their front teeth to overgrow because they're not able to chew enough. If they can't chew and eat enough, then their teeth will overgrow, and then that can mean that they're not getting enough food. They can lose weight. It can lead to liver disease. So it causes a cascade of effects. So you really want to check on your piggies, make sure they're eating, maybe even weigh them every week. You can get a digital scale and weigh them really easily. So I highly recommend you pay attention closely to your piggies, to their weight, to their diet, whether or not they're able to chew. That's what I love about the Snack Shack log. Instead of a big pile, you stuff it full of hay, and the next day you can see how much they actually ate. So it's really important to make sure that your piggies are eating 80% hay, and even something like a sore in either in the back of their mouth or the root. If their teeth feel sore, then they'll start to eat less, and then it just creates this cascading thing. So you really want to make sure that they are eating that hay and that they are able to eat hay, because their health, the health of their teeth, and their overall well-being depends on it. So thank you guys so much for sticking with this video. Hopefully I answered all the questions that you guys had about chew toys and also the importance of hay. Let me know if you've had tooth issues with your piggies in the comments and what kind of an ordeal. Explain what happened, and I'd love to hear about it, because the comments are also a really great resource. If you just want to say hey, that's fine, but if you want to share your stories and share some insights you've had, even better. So until next time, thanks for watching.